Welcome to episode 185 of the Prosperity Practice, the podcast that has you living your most abundant life. This is Danielle Amos, and I am your host. Today, this podcast is titled, You Came Here to Remember. This may be your wake-up call, your remembering. You know, you are a spiritual being in a physical body. What does that mean? Well, I used to think that I was a human and I had this physical body. I used to think I was my body, but you're not. You have a body. You are not a body. You have one. I have a hand. It's my hand, my body, my name. You are not your body. I used to think I was this body and I was spiritual, like I was a spiritual person. I had spiritual experiences. I went to India for a spiritual experience. Does this resonate? I had it backwards. And you may too. You are a spiritual being, an endless, deathless soul that is having a human experience. I believe that there's two parts of you. There's one here that's inside this physical meat suit, as one of my coaches, Gina, used to say. And then you've got your inner being, or your higher self, or you can call that extension of source, God, infinite intelligence. It's that part of you that's all knowing. I like inner being because I can actually picture that I've got this inner being or higher self. And then there's this part of me that comes into this physical body. And that same part comes into every physical body that I embody, that I become over the lifetimes, because I'm a deathless soul. Energy can't be created or destroyed. And that's the same for yours. It just changes form and goes back to form. So when the physical body dies, it leaves, that part of you that leaves the physical body behind, and it goes back into the spiritual realm. And then when you are born again, comes back into the physical realm. And then there's that part of you that's an extension of source. That's your inner being, all knowing. So if you're a spiritual being in a physical body, but the body isn't you, it's like the suit you put on, a meat suit. And the body is an instrument of the mind. So the body that you've manifested for yourself is an instrument of the mind. And I believe that the way that you've been incarnated in this lifetime has a large part to do with your purpose. So I'm here as a woman at this time in 2023, when there's a great awakening happening right now. I'm here with a purpose to help others wake up and not settle and know their truth, that they can be, do, and have anything, because they are an unlimited being with mental faculties given to them so that they can create a world that they love. I'm here to remind you of that. And it's no question that obviously I'm a woman, and I don't think it's a coincidence that I came here as a woman at this time. I'm sure I've had many lifetimes as women, and I've remembered a few. I remember one being silenced for speaking these kind of truths. This isn't the first time that my soul has talked like this. And I have rememberings of being silenced. And I'm not the only woman that feels this in this lifetime. And we've come back together. We've come back in this time. We've incarnated again in this time for a reason. There's a great awakening happening. You're here now for a reason in 2023. In whatever body you manifested, in whatever color of skin or hair, whatever family you were born into, whether it has rich or not so rich, money-wise, all of that is part of your purpose. As you look back at your life, you'll start to connect the dots, like Steve Jobs says, and it will start to make a whole lot of sense as to why you've been experiencing what you've been experiencing. Your inner being knows your path of least resistance for you to learn the lessons in order for you to live on purpose, to help others, to impact others. I just shared my birth story on an earlier podcast episode. Giving birth to Eloise, a breech baby. Against all odds, I had a vaginal birth. That was a necessary part of my journey because although I didn't understand the universal laws consciously, I understood them unconsciously. And that experience, no one can take away from me. I was so passionate about having a natural birth that I lived in harmony with these universal laws, and the outcome was what I wanted, exactly what I wanted. Now I have a knowing that's unshakable. I have unshakable faith because of that experience. I can pass on my knowledge through my words and my energy because I had that experience. It's an unshakable faith. No one can take it away from me. I also have had the experience to break the money paradigm in my family. I didn't come from wealth, and I had a deep desire to understand money. I've always loved money, and I've used it to help people. I've always loved money. I've loved making it. I used to work in a restaurant where I worked for tips, and I loved playing a money game to see if I could make the most on the floor through my energy, by serving in a certain way. And I loved it. I loved having it, spending it, and I never saved it for a rainy day because I had this knowing since I've been a teenager that I knew where the money was. I had no idea why I would say no to saving for my retirement. I just felt like I would always know where the money is. Now, all of these experiences have led me to this desire to crack the millionaire code, which I did. I'm the first member of my family to change the money paradigm. My daughter will never worry about money because of my desire to understand money. Do you understand that? And generations after me won't worry about money because I cracked that code. Who are you? I'm calling on you to remember who you are and understand what you are, that you have these mental faculties to create a life that you love. I'm so proud of your remembering. And that's what you're here to do. I believe there are lessons, and the whole reason that you desire a thing is not to get the thing. You desire the thing. Your inner being has you desire the new house, the faster car, because that's how you'll grow. That's how you'll grow. And we grow by learning lessons. We grow by experiencing life, by going after what we truly desire. So understand that your desires are given to you through your inner being. And if you have a desire in your heart, it's for you. You have the tools to achieve it. I promise you that you have the resources. You may not see them right now in the physical world. You may not see the money, but trust me, jump, have faith. Get mentorship so another person can help hold you in that faith and belief, and believe in you when you may not believe in yourself. That's what a mentor does. Borrow their belief. And if they don't believe in you, they're the wrong mentor. They hold you to a standard, and that's not always comfortable. They do it. I do it for my clients because I know who you are, and I'm not lowering my standards for you because you don't yet remember who you are. I'll hold you in that light. I'll hold you in that energy until you do. So this podcast is a call out to all of you who are awakening or awake, remembering the truth of who you are. You are a human being having this, you are a human being, a spiritual being in this human body. You have unlimited potential. You exist on 3 planes: spiritual, intellectual, and physical. Don't let your physical world be your reality. Your reality is the inside. Your consciousness live from the inside out. Remember who you are. Remember your power. And if you're ready to walk beside a mentor who stands alongside you, who walks in her truth, who remembers who she is so you can remember who you are, you found her. Reach out. I'm happy to connect with you. Send me a message on Instagram. Let me know that you listened. Thank you, and I love you. Expect abundance.